Pre-orders are live for the brand new Honolulu Pickleball J6NF and the J6FC Plus, and I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about these two paddles, including which one might be best for you. Now, these two paddles are coming on the heels of the J2NF and FC Plus, which were the hybrid versions of these foam core paddles, with this new J6 version being the elongated paddles in the lineup. They retail for $195, but you can use the code PickleballBlast. Quick correction here, guys. My code for Honolulu Pickleball is PBBLAST. So if you're looking to get this paddle or any of their paddles and you want the best price available, again, the code you're going to want to use is PBBLAST to get that down to about $175 while helping support this channel. And if you're just looking for a quick overview on these two new paddles, no worries, I've got you. The J6NF and FC Plus can be most simply described as the elongated version of the wildly popular J2NF and FC Plus. Internally, they are the same as their J2 equivalents and play awfully similar, but the J6 paddles give you the typical differences you'd see when playing an elongated shape versus hybrid. Honolulu has wrapped these paddles not only in a new shape, but also with some updated branding to bring you what I would consider to be two of the most consistent, power-focused, elongated paddles currently on the market. And if you're here for a bit more detail, let's jump in, starting with the basic stats. The J6NF features the notched foam core, which is EPP foam with EVA perimeter foam, a static weight of 8.24 ounces, a swing weight of 118.9, and a twist weight of 6.6. The NF also features a fiberglass layer in its CFC layup. The J6FC Plus features an EPP foam core with an EVA foam perimeter, but in a more traditional and not notched setup. A static weight of 8.13 ounces, a swing weight of 117, and a twist weight of 6.5, and both of these offer a longer 6-inch handle. I think the NF and FC Plus paddles are perhaps the two best paddles that Honolulu has launched, and so far the shape has not made a difference in that assessment. The J2 hybrid shape of these paddles has gotten high praise, and I expect this new J6 elongated version to get basically the same, giving everyone who prefers an elongated shape a chance to get hands-on with an NF or FC Plus instead of making them play a hybrid, which is excellent news for consumers. So let's talk about a few things that I love about these paddles in general, and then I'll talk about some differences and who these paddles are each for. Starting off, one of the first things you'll notice is just how huge the sweet spot is on these paddles. It's got to be one of the best sweet spots on the market, and that exists in both the NF and the FC Plus models. And that leads into another thing that I love about these paddles, which is how consistent and forgiving they are. In their stock form, they already have solid twist weight numbers for an elongated paddle, and that can be increased with added weight on the throat and sides. And when you combine that with the generous sweet spot, you'll get an incredibly consistent and forgiving touch. On the flip side of that, these both pack excellent power as well. I tested serves with these two back to back, and with the J6FC Plus, I found an average serve speed of 55.8 miles per hour with a top serve of 57 miles per hour, while on the NF, I had an average of 56.2 miles per hour with a top serve of 59 miles per hour. So both of these offer excellent power, which I think combined with that forgiveness and sweet spot offers users one of the most complete paddles on the market at this time. And one last thing I love is the new redesign. You'll notice they got rid of the sword and the shield, and instead they have big bold letters up on the side, a white edge guard, and some other subtle changes. Now the elongated J6 shape of course brings the pros and cons of elongated when compared to hybrid shapes, which would be a bit more reach, a bit more power, and a bit less stability comparatively. But assuming you prefer an elongated paddle, this seems like one of the best picks available right now. As far as how these two paddles compare to each other, it's pretty much the same story that we saw with the J2 shape, but here are my thoughts. On the power side, I think the NF wins here. We saw it in my serve speeds, both with the averages and the top speeds, but ultimately it's pretty darn close. Same goes for the pop, which I think is probably the biggest difference between these two paddles. The NF is poppier and has a stiffer feel to it thanks to the fiberglass layer. And I think this will play the biggest role in which paddle you choose between the two. For touch and forgiveness, while both are good, this one goes to the FC Plus, which has a softer feel and a bit less pop to give you better control and touch for softer shots. And the sweet spot is equally great on both of these, and spin maybe I'd give to the FC Plus just because I feel like it pockets the ball a bit more with that softer feel. but spin is solid on both of these, and that thought was not backed by any actual data. Now, with all of that said, who are these paddles for and which one is right for you? I think I've alluded to it before, but if you wanted the J2NF or FC Plus but prefer an elongated shape, then this is definitely for you. Similarly, if you're looking to get into a foam paddle or are in need of a new paddle and want what I think is maybe the best combination of power, sweet spot, and forgiveness and price, then I think you'll be happy with either of these paddles. And between the two, I think if you lean towards a more aggressive game or generally like a slightly stiffer feeling paddle, then I'd go with the J6NF. And if you play a more conservative game or prefer a slightly softer feel to your paddle, then you should go with the FC Plus. No matter which decision you make, I seriously think you cannot go wrong. I'll drop the link to pre-order or buy this paddle based on when you're seeing this video down below, and remember to use the code PickleballBlast to bring that price down. Let me know if you have any questions about either of these two paddles. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the court.